What is up, my crypto friends? So I'm gonna show you what I bought. I bought this about a year ago, all this Ledger stuff from the Ledger website. It took me until recently to finally figure this stuff out because it seems very overwhelming learning something new like this. But really, it was very simple looking back at it, and I just wasted a lot of time and procrastinated thinking it was a lot harder than it was. So maybe it didn't help that I bought more than one product, and it was confusing to learn them all. So what did I buy? So I bought the Ledger Starter. And this Ledger Starter is not necessary. It's optional. But this Ledger Starter, what it does is it's basically got its own operating system, so that so Linux is on here, and when you plug it in, you can use a separate operating system located on this device, so that there are no traces on your computer of when you set up your wallet. So a very advanced hacker would be able to recover. If you did not use this, they might be able to recover some traces of data on your computer, and then, kind of back up or recover your wallet with that. I don't think you have to worry too much about this, especially if you're safe, you have antiviruses on your computer, or you reset your computer every once in a while. It's probably a good idea, if you don't use this, to factory reset your computer after you install one of your wallets. Now, I'm not saying for sure that that's going to solve the problem, but I don't think it's really important to use this, even though I have it. Maybe also using a computer that is not your own, so that it wouldn't be targeted, to set up your wallet and then bring it to your computer after to use it. It's really just the setup process that is, the only thing that can be cracked, or the only way that your money can be stolen, is from that initial setup process that happens on your computer, I guess. So what else I bought was the Ledger HW.1, the cheapest wallet you can get. What that looks like when you put it all together is this. So a piece of plastic, a plastic card that you fold and turn into a wallet. So you pop that out of the plastic, you fold this piece over, make it a little bit thicker, and I get why these are cheap, right? You get what you pay for. And this one, when I tried to start setting it up, I had to wiggle it and hold it so that it was touching, so that little piece was touching for my computer to read it, because this isn't really thick enough for your USB, so sometimes it's not really touching. So that is the one problem that people could have using this one. The other thing you can get is, and I make nothing off of you buying this, I'm just trying to help you out, by the way. Another thing you can get is the Ledger OTG. What that does, if you can see, you probably can guess what it does, is it makes it so you can connect that to your phone, right? So it's basically a USB adapter for your phone, so that you can spend money. You can spend this, on the go without being at your computer. You can spend the money on here. Now, what is a wallet? An external wallet. Well, all this really is it's holding your private keys. So a lot of times when you're on an exchange, the exchange holds your private keys. But when you start, having control of your own funds, which I suggest, because at any time exchanges can take your funds, and they can be hacked, and you're kind of left with the losses. So at least when you're in control of your money, you are to blame if something happens, right? You can't get mad at some exchange for not keeping your money safe. But what happens when you start using something like Exodus, Mycelium, Jax, any offline wallet that's not really a third-party wallet, it's your own wallet, is you're going to have to keep your private keys. And they're not easy to remember. They're long strings of numbers. So you can print out your private keys, but a safer way of storing them is something like this, right? And so this is like a $50, $60 Ledger Nano S. And what that looks like, it's pretty nice quality compared to the HW1. And that is what that looks like. And it's got a little screensaver there, if you can read it. Anyways, so yeah, that one's pretty, pretty good quality. It has 2 buttons on it. So you click up and down, left and right, and then you click both of them to press enter. And it also, comes with an adapter, USB stick, a USB cord, and some actually have, I don't know if it's the Nano S, but the Ledger Nano, I'm pretty sure, has, just a connection where you plug it into your laptop. But this is, one of the best quality ones they have on there, reasonably priced. So I was setting this up over the past few days, and I have learned a lot about it, so maybe I can share with you. And I saw some comments. I got stuck, like I said, a year ago, and it took me a whole year to, get the confidence and, motivation to actually go further and learn and overcome that stump that I was on, where I could not get, understand how to get these things working. But once I finally did get them working, I saw a lot of people were stumped at one part. And so I'm going to go over, with you just what I did and how I got over that, hump or stump. So, yeah, that's about it. You get with this, this good quality Ledger Nano here, you also get a couple other things. You can see there you get a keychain, but the most important part that you're going to want to keep here is going to be your recovery card. So even if you lose this wallet or you somehow wipe your wallet, then you can always recover your funds and your private keys with this card. Now, I specifically didn't fill this out yet. I put it on a piece of paper instead. But a lot of times, so I just did an update and updated my ledger because, like I said, I got it over a year ago, and there's been updates and advancements with some security and things like that, tokens added. So I just updated it after I put some money on it. I was kind of worried, but all I needed was this word phrase, 12-word passcode, really, to get to basically I wiped my Ledger Nano and I had to recover it. So that's what I used to get it, and it would have helped if I put them beside the numbers, because it asks you number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, all the way to 24 words you have to type in, and it gets pretty time consuming. The first like 5 times I tried, I didn't do it correctly, so it's just very time consuming. As long as you write down the right words, you'll be okay there, though. So I suggest you writing these words down at least twice. Have one copy stored somewhere else, So at your parents' house, family member's house that's secure, or in a safe or storage unit, something like that. You know, when I keep passwords, you're also going to need a password for this, and you can set up Google authentication, so two-factor authentication. But when I, you know, write down passwords or something where someone can find one day, what I do is I'll star out a couple letters. So you can write down your passwords in the middle of a book or something, and if someone comes across that, you don't put all of the letters in there. You know, put the first couple and the last couple letters to give yourself an idea of what your password was, and then star out a couple letters. You can do the same thing with this code, probably, because there's only so many words used in the system. So you can basically, you know, write down the first couple letters of the words, and then hopefully no one knows what to do with it. I'd say at this point, mostly anybody that finds your recovery thing would not know what to do with it. It would have to be someone that's used one of these before that would, you know, that you'd have to worry about stealing your money. You could keep it in a security deposit box in a bank or something like that, but remember that the whole point of this is so that you control your money. So don't give it to, you know, a bank or anybody to store. And the good thing about these is even Ledger Nano can't recover your wallet. So, you know, it'd be good business for them to convince everyone to put their Bitcoins on here and then just take all the Bitcoins, right? But they cannot do that the way it's set up. Only you have your private keys. So, you know, it's not like a bank where they can confiscate and things like that. So I'm going to go to the computer screen here in a second, and we'll look further into what you'll need to set this up.
I'm in it. I'm hella filthy, so I got this, I'm winning. I'm not a quitter, so I'm not fucking quitting. Just try to stop me and you'll drop dead missing.
Okay, so here are the cryptocurrencies that you can use that Ledger is compatible with. FIDO U2F, I've learned, is your two-factor authentication. It comes, the factory settings, it comes with a Bitcoin wallet and I think an Ethereum wallet, as well as a FIDO U2F. At least my version did. The HW1, or the cheaper wallet, only can use one application at a time, so Bitcoin is the default one it comes with. But look at some of these cryptocurrencies we have here: Pivx, ARK, Vertcoin, Neo, Komodo, whatever Hello is. You know, it's got Ripple, Stealth Coin, Bitcoin Gold, Stellar. The only thing it doesn't have, it's got Zcash, Dash. The only thing it doesn't have is Monero, it seems, right? And Monero, I would really like it to have. It even has Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Cash, right here, Ubix. So, you know, again, this is what the Ledger Nano S will come with. And then this is what it will look like, right? Pretty simple, straightforward stuff there. Also, there's this wristband one you can get that I would have got if I would have known it existed. If you're really worried about people, you know, taking your Bitcoins. So the first thing you'll do once you get this is you're gonna have to install or download Ledger Manager, and I put that in the description, so you should be able to find that if this is what you need. So this is pretty straightforward, but the Ledger Manager is the part that people were getting stuck on. So basically, so I installed the Ledger Manager, right? Then I installed the Ledger Wallet Bitcoin. You're going to need both of these, okay? So they're both in the description, but you can go ahead and go on their website here, and you'll see the Ledger Manager there, and then over here we can see integrations. This is in products on their website, and we see Ledger Wallet Bitcoin. So that's what you're going to need, and you're also going to need that Ledger Wallet Manager that we showed you, right? Some other interesting things here is we've been talking about Mycelium Wallet, where you can put in your own fees. So you know, you can store your Mycelium private keys in your Ledger Nano. You can also store my Ether Wallet private keys in there, BitGo, which we talked about today, Copay Electrum, which is another wallet where you can pick your fees, and Ledger Wallet Ripple, Ledger Wallet Ethereum, right? So I have my Ether Wallet up here. You can store your private keys with MetaMask, or, you know, for the funds you plan on spending, you know, keep a separate wallet here, and then keep your savings in your Ledger Nano. They even have more coins now: Qtum, Digibyte, Arc Expanse. So we're going to look into Mycelium and probably get either Mycelium or Electrum Wallet, and we'll let you know how that goes, integrating it with Ledger, our Ledger Nano S, which is the wallet we're going to be using the most. I am going to do a giveaway of HW1 though. So if you comment on this video, you can enter that that giveaway. So what I'll end up doing is having to contact you and either getting your address or just sending you the funds to buy your own. We'll see how that works. But really, to be an affiliate with Ledger Nano, I have to have something like 2 orders with them, and you know, I wasn't signed in when I made my first order, I don't think. So I'll see if I can, you know, use that one towards it. But that's why I don't mind doing a giveaway, so that I can, you know, work my way up to being an affiliate with them if I'm going to use and talk about their products anyways, right? So I will be giving away, and it'll probably be on this video, a wallet. So the comments for this video. Here's, you know, how to use your Ledger and on Android with Mycelium. That I'll definitely be looking into. But the part people are getting stuck on is their Ledger Manager. So I'm going to show you that. First of all, what I'd like to say though, what I had to figure out, you know, right now I cannot, you know, I have Ledger Manager installed, but I can't see it here. You know, I see my other extensions. So what I did was I went to More Tools, Extensions, and then go down to Ledger Manager and Ledger Wallet Bitcoin. You go to Details and then Create Shortcut, and then you can either throw it on your desktop or your taskbar, so then you'll see them right here. And that's how you'll be able to access them. So you'll probably have to do that. It's probably gonna, you know, bug you if you had to figure that out on your own, like it did me. Another thing that, you know, has been bugging people, and You can see it here if I go to, so, you know, to get these ledger managers in Ledger Wallet Bitcoin, you have to have a Chrome or Chromium, Google Chrome or Chromium web browser, and then launch app. But let's look for the ledger manager. Hello, where are you? Well, in the Ledger Wallet Chrome Web Store, you know, in the comments, there's a lot of people that are stuck on that app because so here in the reviews or comments, people are pissed, and there's an easy way to solve the, you know, what they're pissed about. I was stuck on there for at least a day or two myself, and I think that's what was stopping me a year ago when I tried to set these up. Basically, let's go into it now. So this is the Ledger Wallet Bitcoin. You're gonna have to close one to open the other. And this is where people get stuck on. It just keeps saying, to begin, connect your Ledger wallet. If asked, enter your PIN code. But they probably already entered their PIN code and opened it. But here's the trick, the key. You know, see, my Ledger Nano is still plugged in, but it's not showing up. So what I would do is watch. I'm going to unplug my wallet, plug it back in. Now it's asking me for my PIN code, which I'm going to type in. And look, now it works. So all you have to do is unplug it and plug it back in. Then press in your keyboard, your PIN code. So now we have the option to download all of these different applications, cryptocurrencies. You can only have 5 running at once on your Ledger Nano S. So I downloaded Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin because I updated. That's why I have access to all of these, because I updated the firmware. So what you do for that is you go into firmwares and then just click update. See, I have it updated, so there's no updates. And then you'll get all these currencies. Your wallet will be more secure, and then you'll have an 8-character password if you want it instead of just the 4. So there's lots of good things that come with updating it. And at least if you update it in the beginning, then you don't have to do it later when, you know, you have money on there and worried about wiping it, because you do have to wipe it to update it and then re-enter that 24 word phrase. So we downloaded Bitcoin Cash. Let's try another one and just show you how we do this. So Ethereum. And then the key is you have to go on your Ledger device now, the hardware, and press the check mark for allowing Ledger Manager. So anytime you're doing anything on here or installing something, you have to click the check mark. You have to click confirm on your device, or else it will seem like there's a problem. It won't, it'll say there's an error. So now that we've done that, we should have, if we go over to, if we go to our Nano, or our Ledger Nano here, we see Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Ethereum. So now I clicked on Ethereum and it's showing this again. And why it's doing this is because you don't go into your wallets through Ledger Manager. So you can close that, and then you'd have to go download the Ethereum app, right? I have the Bitcoin app and Bitcoin, the Bitcoin app works for Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. So see, again, it's saying to begin, connect, and unlock. That means I have to unplug it and plug it back in. Type in the PIN code. And there we go. Let's see. I'll probably have to collect Bitcoin in my Ledger Nano. Click Bitcoin, and there we go, right? But I could have clicked Bitcoin Cash. Let's see if I would have. So when I did this earlier, I clicked split, meaning that I'm not using the same account for Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin, you know, in case of double spending or something like that. You don't want to confuse it, so you split and you create a new account for just Bitcoin Cash. Now, I'm not sure if I would have had to go into Bitcoin Cash in my Ledger wallet itself. I did click Bitcoin, remember, so let's see if this still works with the Bitcoin. And yes, so I did a test. I put a couple bucks in there, and it did arrive. So to receive, you just press this, copy the address or the QR code, and put it into your wallet you're sending from. All right, send. You can do just the reverse. So send or receive. So this is how you're actually going to send and receive through this app. All your Ledger wallet is doing is storing your private keys. I hope that helps everyone a little bit. If you have any questions, just ask under the video, and remember that you may win a wallet if you comment down below. Like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell as well. And we will see you on the next video. So have a good night. Peace.
I'm on my way to the top now, listen. I ain't never gonna stop, too driven. I ain't never getting lost, got vision. I'ma make this shit hot, ignition. Yeah, don't give me facts, not